allow me to, yeah.
Yep. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Zoo. The minions with me this evening are Adam,
Hello.
Inquisitor.
Hurrah!
We will be joined by a traveling exhibit in a little bit here. She's just running a bit late. And of course, since it's a Friday, I am the keeper. Sanguine.
Dude, she's taking a shit. You didn't have to announce that on live stream.
Didn't say she was taking a shit. I said that she's
Fair.
running a bit late, so clearly she's pregnant. So,
Oh no.
how are you guys doing this evening?
I'm doing okay. I was just mentioning before we went live that I was noting that the new Guardians for the Warhammer, the Eldar in Warhammer are bootylicious, and I got out the camera here to show what I mean by that.
Mhm.
Okay, so here, this right here is one of my Guardians.
Mhm.
We're gonna just pick
Oh
him
my
up.
god,
yeah.
hold on. Quiz. You're
Yeah.
white?
Oh my god, yeah, I am.
I always thought you were black. I'm sorry.
No, that's Polly.
Oh.
That's just because he fell too close to the grill on 4th of July. That's an entirely different matter.
So okay, it'll become pertinent here in a second, right? So this is the butt of a Guardian. This is a male Guardian, all right. So you can see it's kind of toned, it's kind of nice, but it's not no dump truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what to be expected. Okay. So here we're gonna do a gay test for you guys. See if you pass or fail. All right. So this is one of the new Guardians. Look at the butt on that.
More pronounced.
Yeah. Is that male or female?
Judging by shoulders, I'd say male.
Well, it is male.
Wait, judging by shoulders, there's a whole lot of robotic shoulders there, sir.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's mostly robot. Now, how about this one? Yeah, you can see the big old butt cleft. You can see like the crotch plate in between there. The legs are splayed right there. Yeah, it's bootylicious, right?
Also going to say male, but this one might actually be female.
Female.
Okay. They are butch as shit. They have a dump truck, but they're butch.
They got a dump truck.
Every
single one of them has a big old dump truck.
They have those softball calves.
I would say if you're also talking about the shoulders, that's just armor, dude. All of them have the same sort of wide shoulders.
I realize that it's armor, but there's normally some sort of indication.
Yeah.
With it rather than other than just boobs.
The boobs.
There's normally some sort of indication.
Literally, this back part is the same for all of them.
Okay. And the legs are probably the same.
For the no, part. the legs are matched to the torso.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they
as you can see right there. Yeah, like look at the between the legs and the thigh and the pelvis. That's very definitely a female.
True, but they have massive softball player calves.
Well, they got the armor plates too. You can see on either side of the leg. You got big old armor plates.
Oh, there is a cleft in the front of the leg, isn't there?
Yep.
I wasn't sure if the lobing was due to armor or just due to muscle mass, because
muscle definition. Yeah.
Yeah. When you get hypertrophic, which you guys know what atrophy is, of course, right?
Yes, of course.
Do you know what hypertrophy and hypotrophy are?
Yes.
So what is hypertrophy?
Even just the nomenclature hyper and hypo means that they are the opposites.
Yes. So. Which I was hoping that you would pick up on that. So which one's which? Which is hypertrophy?
Hypertrophy would be losing muscle mass.
No, hypotrophy is small muscle mass. Hypertrophy, since it starts with hyper, is big. So you have hypertrophic, which are hypotrophic, which are people that have very small, lean muscles.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have hypertrophic people. And hypertrophic people are the ones that, even when they don't do much, they still have just jacked bodies. And a good example of this, I can't remember. Was I wearing shorts when I went to the 4th of July with you two?
Yes.
You saw the lobing on my calves?
Mm-hmm.
That's an example of hypertrophy, where normally that weird lobing that you get is only in like insane bodybuilders. That's just me walking around. I get that kind of weird definition where you can actually tell the individual muscles of the calf. Because the calf
Sounds
is
like
made
a
out of,
humble brag.
4 different muscles.
Yeah, I know,
figure
right?
right after adding you in, I'll just do a little bit of humble bragging. How you doing, Gabby?
Excellent. Hey, how's everybody this evening?
Doing all right.
grand.
How are you?
Doing pretty good.
And it's the first time we've met. Hi, I'm Inquisitor.
I was wondering if we were going to go into a recursive loop there with Gabby asking how are you after you asked how she was after she
How are
answered
you? How are you? How are you? How are you?
How are you, sir? No, you. How are you?
Just the
No,
recursive recursive loop of politeness. But
God,
yes,
I wish they started talking cursive in schools today. It's a mistrait.
Talking cursive?
Or
I
teaching
think you
cursive.
have to
Writing
be
in
drunk
cursive?
as shit in order to talk cursive.
Well, if you can talk cursive, that'd
What
be
kind
fun.
of accent would that be?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I said, I think it's just if you get sufficiently
slurring.
drunk.
Well, hold
Yeah,
on, because cursive, in and on itself. Also, hi, how you doing, Gab? But cursive, in and on itself, is set to be a stylized form of writing. So if you're slurring your words, but you're doing it in a poetic way, I think that's maybe, I don't know, maybe that's drunk cursive.
So what you're saying is that if
I don't know if
you
that works.
sound like either Christopher Hitchens or like
Christopher Hitchens as
Churchill.
he's drunk. No, Christopher Hitchens when he's drunk. Churchill when he's drunk is Churchill.
You say Christopher Hitchens when he's drunk, but the man drank whiskey Hitchens, which is now the name of a drink. Do you know what a whiskey Hitchens is?
Please indulge us in
A whiskey Hitchens is a on the rocks glass where you put in 4 fingers of whiskey.
Why would you put 4 fingers of whiskey?
I would
I
figure
told you
that
about the measuring of fingers, right?
Oh, I guess it's flavor.
So
No, Adam, it's the measure of a glass when you're pouring booze in a glass.
Oh, right.
Holding it and seeing how many fingers it covers.
Thought you were
So-
stirring it. That's kind of weird.
Stirring it with your finger. Yes.
And 4 of them.
Yes. I was gonna say the
dishwasher.
cursive speaking. Is that just beat poetry? Because it
No,
sounds
no.
like beat poetry.
It should.
No, because beat poetry doesn't run their sounds together as much. Beat
Oh,
poetry
right.
is in fact the exact opposite. Beat poetry is the block letters.
No.
Hold on,
Say,
hold on.
considering beat poetry is like running all sorts of ridiculous imagery together. That I think it's pretty apropos of me saying that
It's
on.
running ridiculous
Cursive
imagery
speaking.
together, but it is still clearly denoting each sound because you have that beat poetry flow versus the Hitchens or Churchill flow. And the beat poetry is more like the almost Shatner-esque
Oh no, don't
pacing.
include him. Hold on. We already have a beat off between. Wait, okay, never mind. That's
Beat off-
A what? A what now? What did I
This
What
is
say?
an
now?
entirely different
What?
thing, and Gabby now sounds like she's in danger.
Oh no.
I'm in danger.
One more time?
We went into a rap battle between Hitchens and Churchill. And then you're gonna insert who was that? Where you gonna... Oh no.
Well, it was beat poets were then inserted. Which, that's bound to be the first time in their life that beat poets got inserted.
Oh,
But
no. There were plenty of things that were inserted inside of Beat Poets. And you and I both know that.
that's what I'm saying.
what
That
he
it must
said.
be the first time that they're the ones being inserted rather than being
Well,
inserted.
I mean, with each other. I mean, you had what's his name? William S. Burroughs, who inserted a bullet into his beard's face down in
Mhm.
Mexico.
Who?
William S. Burroughs. He was a famous beat poet. You know the band Steely Dan?
Nope.
Yep.
They're named after a very popular thing that beat poet William S. Burroughs used to do. He used to carry around in a small like travelman's case a loaded revolver and a steel dildo that he named Steely Dan.
I've heard of worse names.
Either way, he's plugging someone with some metal.
Hold on, how the hell did we start the show with this? We're only 10 minutes in.
Yes,
Good Lord Almighty.
it happens
There
fast
is no
here in
God.
the zoo.
Except it.
Well, it started immediately with Inquisitor showing off the cake of his models, so...
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, when you start a show off with booty cake, well, what do you expect?
You did dump truck.
Is that Pete's brother, or...
What?
Who's
The-
the brother?
Pete Butt Giggle Booty Cake, whatever the fuck people like to call him, Pete Buttigieg?
Pete Buttigieg?
Yes.
Well, who's the judge?
Booty judge?
Really?
Well, Pete is, obviously. It's in his name.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
his proper
I forgot
surname.
about that loser. What is
You know
he up
what?
to nowadays?
You know what, Quiz? You should have shown old Petey there these cakes and see if he's the judge. Wow, that was
He's enticed.
that was a horrible joke.
Well, he would absolutely be enticed to the male ones, because he is famously gay.
But would he be able to recognize the difference between the two?
Are you trying
the two?
Are you trying to anti-gaydar this gay man?
I want to test the gaydar.
He's just checking for abnormalities.
Hey, yeah.
The equipment is functioning.
Are you truly a
It's
gay?
quality test.
We might not believe you.
It's almost like the exact inverse of what happens on the internet. You know, they'll have like a person who's looking like this really attractive woman, and he pulls the towel off, and it's a buff dude going, "Ha! You're gay!"
Haha, fooled you.
Seen that. Hence the term traps.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which people still say is what's that term they're going for? The term traps, they try to think it's transphobic, but
Yep.
literally it's talking about
Mhm.
guys who identify as guys dressing as women. How is that transphobic? Unless you yourself are applying stereotypes to trans individuals. Can heterosexual men not like cosplay and have a good time? Like, really?
Well, they have functionally reduced sexuality to just dicking around with clothing.
Which is
Because
so strange, because you know the whole thing about sexuality, you know, it being in the name, is sex.
Whoa. Hold on.
Nothing
Okay,
to do
hold
with
on.
fucking
Wait.
fashion.
it's
wait,
what sorts of bits you like to mash your bits against.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Before we continue any further, is this going to be the topic, at least for the initial time? that we're going to be discussing such sexuality type endeavors or whatnot?
Well, the title of the stream is "Pick Your Poison." I'm sure there's plenty
Yeah.
of toxic.
Well,
things
I
to
just
speak
I
of.
just want to know if
Let's make
this
some enemies.
hold on, if this is the topic that we're going to go by. I'm just going to go ahead and take off my pants.
It's a good thing your camera's off, sir.
Get
Don't want a dark
Turn the
side.
camera. I'll turn the camera on. We'll go. What's his name?
Dark side
That's
Phil.
the after dark, and
Yeah.
don't dark side fill yourself here.
Hold on. You know, because I hate pants as it is, and if we're gonna get this relaxed, I'm doing it right now.
Mute your mic if you want to relieve yourself. That's all I ask.
Just
But
to let you know, it's late night bowling with Adam.
Oh, is that what they call it?
And he's doing Winnie the Pooh.
Is that what the kids are calling it
Shirt only.
nowadays?
Yeah, it's Disney friendly.
So the main problem that I have with you calling it midnight bowling is that it implies that you're just bouncing your dick off rubber bumpers now.
Whoa, hey, hold on. You know, I'm a professional.
Oh no,
We
that's
don't have-
probably
we don't have
accurate. We don't
bumpers.
know what toys he owns. I'm sure there's rubber.
Wow. Hey, you know, it started with, I just wanted to do some Wii bowling with my pants off.
Whoa, now. You're weeble?
I
You have
don't believe. I
To
don't
make it
believe you.
weird.
I don't believe you, sir.
Well, I know that the big thing that we've got to ask is so we know what kind of equipment you're working with here. Is it a black Wii or is it a white Wii? Because
Actually-
the black one's
turtle
bigger.
attacks.
Because the black one's bigger.
Have you
I'm
guys
using-
seen the videos of the turtle attacking tennis shoes? It will not attack white ones, but it'll headbutt black ones.
Oh, that form of attacking. I was worried that you were talking about the.
Maybe. I mean, maybe that's why it's assaulting the black ones, just to flip it over. I don't know. But it had its internet 5 minutes of fame, I guess. But the clips were you guys saw the clips, right?
I believe so.
Okay,
Where the
no.
guy.
The tortoise was surrounded by white tennis shoes. It crawled over the white tennis shoes to go and headbutt a black tennis shoe.
Nice.
Is that what happened?
I'm gonna go find the clip. That way you can play it.
Proves
I'm
that
gonna go
tortoise
find
was
it.
racist.
Hey, yeah, you know what? Let's go
Oh,
that route. Based on proof of evidence. You show me this turtle that's attacking a black tennis shoe, and I'll show you me without pants.
How is that equivalent?
I'm not gonna find the clip now. Just to safeguard my sanity.
You just dissuaded her from finding.
No, I
I
think
still want to be able to talk to you later.
I think it's a fair trade.
Because you won't respect
not,
him in the
not
morning.
At all. Not at all. Don't belittle yourself, my friend. Start an OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, man.
Don't trade yourself for turtles. You're worth more than that.
I would, I'm just gonna come right out and say it, man. If I were a woman, I would have an OnlyFans in no fucking time. I have no shame about that shit. Hell yeah.
I mean,
But I'm a dude. No one wants to see that.
Actually, no. I actually just retweeted a video. Some guy on OnlyFans literally broke down his family's door and threw a bag of money of 12 grand at his sister to pay.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was honestly, I mean, it was weird, but it's cute. I mean, I date that guy. That's adorable.
Get out of here. Shut
No,
up.
I mean, whatever.
I date that guy. Shut the fuck up. This dude
I mean,
pedals his dick online.
Dude, he was funny. He was funny, dude. He waddled in with a duck, kicked in his mother's door, and threw a bag of money at his sister.
That was good. That was a good video. And
That was a good video.
I
He's
wish him
flogging videos of him
Yeah.
flogging it.
Oh, he seems like a nice guy. Yeah.
He does.
Get out.
I hang out with you, shit posters.
She has
At
a
least this
point,
guy
Adam.
cares about family.
Oh no! Hey, I'm
She
not
has a
trying to
point.
promote myself. I just
I
told
don't thi- I'm not sure if I've ever felt this called out before.
See, I'm just getting flashbacks to last night's stream where
Yeah,
she ended up
exactly. Yep.
voting for my line of calling the gypsies a social social contagion. Whoa.
shit.
The
I
others were
didn't
all
wanna
making
vote.
allusions to the Jews.
Whoa.
We were playing the Rift Tracks game, Adam.
It was
Um,
terrible. Y'all
there
are
was-
terrible.
One clip where it was an old man dumping a bag of chemicals into a hatch, and he said, "This is where we add chemicals in order to deal with various germs in the water supply." And then we had to put in the next line. So, yeah, my line was like the gypsies, which we all know are clearly a social pathogen. And various other people put in like the Jews. This is where Dr. Fauci tells us to put the vaccine deniers and shit like that.
I still love the one story I've got of Cards Against Humanity. It was the very 1st time I'd ever played Cards Against Humanity, right? It was we were over at a friend of ours apartment. It was me, my roommate, my other roommate, and our friends who were newly married at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were playing Cards Against Humanity, the first time I'd ever played it. And the topic card, the wife was the one who drew the topic card. And the topic card was I was headed towards blank, but then blank got in the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I put down I was headed towards the glass ceiling, but then a fetus got in the way.
Nice.
And then a week later, we found out that she was pregnant.
And despite the threat that Adam issued to Gabby, Gabby has provided the video of the...
Well, there go your pants, Adam.
I would see if you're all talk.
Are you kidding me?
She's calling
you
your
kidding
bluff.
me?
Challenge accepted, sir.
So there's the video of the tortoise not giving a toss about the white shoes, just going to the black one.
Hold on. I thought you said the tortoise was going to engage in activities.
No, it was. We thought it was going to go in that.
I don't
direction.
know. We might have to wait till the show's over and rewind the video.
Yeah,
just
I
to make
thought that
sure.
it was going to be the other video where there's the...
The turtle humping the croc going.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to
That's what
be.
they're
So
notorious for, but now they're notorious
I
for
don't
being
know.
racist.
So we now know Adam's search history.
What? Wait, my search is that's not my search history.
Well,
I
you
didn't-
just said that you would take your pants off to tortoise fucking a croc, so I'm assuming that's your search history, and it's just a very specific kink.
No, I brought that up because I thought it wouldn't be there and I wouldn't have to take my pants off. I mean, my pants are
that
already
video
off.
absolutely
Well,
exists.
yeah.
Wait,
Have
what?
you not seen the tortoise fucking a croc video?
No, I don't look this shit up. What the fuck?
You didn't have to look this shit up. It was everywhere for a while.
Yeah, it was pretty viral.
Because
Well-
it was just this little tortoise going to a croc and
Yeah,
just
fucking a tree.
giving it a grand old time.
I don't know, man. I must have missed it.
I don't even get on Twitter
I-
anymore, and I've seen it.
I'm out of
Right.
the loop. I'm out of the loop on a lot of this stuff, so can't really say.
This is his way of hiding the fact that he downloaded it 27 times on his external hard drive.
Yes, I have it. I have a room built like in the Matrix, like the the whatever the main guy is, and I just have video screens all over.
All it has is a bunch of video screens, a comfortable chair, a small table, and some tissues.
Yep.
And lotion.
And hand lotion. Yeah, cocoa butter, because it's got to smell nice.
Yeah.
I'm never buying cocoa butter.
Wait, what? You're not a fan of cocoa?
Now I'm not. No.
So
Outside the cocoa butter or coconut oil, I mean.
I don't know. It's just the first thing that comes to my mind.
So this just reminded me of something that
Aha! I see what you did there, Adam. First thing that comes to your mind. Huh?
I didn't even do that. You people
So
are like
this-
2-3 steps ahead of me, and I'm still trying to boot up bowling so I can fucking damn it. Fine. All right, so yeah, coming back to the situation. So I'm already
Coming back.
and this time it's to the situation. I was not aware you were that big of a fan of the Jersey Shore.
Oh, ew.
well, that's a throwback. But my pants are already off. It just so happens I don't have a video camera, so you don't know, or you can't see. But I assure you, I cross my heart and hope to die that I am not wearing any pants.
Well, pants
Picture it
suck.
didn't
Okay.
happen.
No,
Now she's after the footage. You threatened it. She provided the video. You didn't come clean. So now she's
Come
at the
clean.
point
No
where
one comes
she-
clean, to be honest. It's a messy
But-
process.
but I crossed my heart, and I hope to
What
die.
part?
What heart?
We all.
My
we all
very
hope
big
to
heart
die,
that
Adam.
cares very much for all of you.
Well, now you're just fucking lying.
Right? Like you need like the chicken hearts I can get for $2.50 a pound. Those hearts.
Chicken hearts. Where did you find this lady? No, okay, so after the Whoville got their presents back, my heart grew 2 sizes bigger.
And he
So
crossed.
and you promptly
You might wanna
died
see a
because you
doctor
had
about
an
that.
enlarged heart.
yeah, and I suffered a lot of diseases after that, but I eventually got the correct medication and the correct doctors to help me get through the ability to work through an enlarged heart.
Yeah, of all the body parts that I could have grow 2 sizes in a day, my heart would not be chief among the list.
Well, who said it was cheap? It was expensive. I had to sell all the
I
fucking
said
Whoville toys.
chief, not cheap.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, well, that too.
Fucking who's and their
Yeah.
Whoville toys.
Though, then again, pretty much the bulk of me, if it became 2 sizes larger, that would be fucking scary as shit. Inquisitor and Adam have seen the size of me.
I'm sorry. All I was thinking of is the chick who played Cindy Lou Who in that live action one, and what she looks like now.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
She still have that weird like upper lip thing.
What? I think that was a prosthetic, my dude.
Oh,
Have you not seen what the chick who played Cindy Lou Who in the live action Grinch Stole Christmas? What she looks like now?
to be honest, I saw like bits of the Grinch Stole Christmas. So no, I'm not a big fan of Jim Carrey, to be honest. So
Neither am I. I prefer the cartoon, but
yes, and I don't think I could see a grown-up version of the cartoon.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it exists on the internet.
Yeah.
Also,
Let's not speak of that.
fairly certain that she's doing unspeakable things with all of the inhabitants
Oh
of
no,
Whoville, the Grinch,
Oh.
and
Mhm.
potentially the Grinch's dog, depending on which portion of the internet you're looking on.
Oh no! And you know what? Then they started taking up cues from current media, and they're like, you know what? We need multiverses and collabs. So let's see what happens when
And
we
she
Collab?
started fucking the star-bellied Sneeches and
the Sneeches and the Whovilles, and then all of a sudden Willy Wonka's opens up a chocolate factory and there's Oompa Loompas invading Whoville. And then the fucking...
And you don't even want to see what Horton does with his trunk to
Oh
the
shit. Hold on, I was gonna say the dude who speaks through the trees, he's gonna be out there like, what the fuck's going on?
the Lorax.
The Lorax. We need to stop this. We need to stop this singularity that's coming on.
Here we go. Hold on.
And the Phoenix game.
Okay, there we go. Share screen window. It is that one.
Worried
Wow.
about what he's going to be sharing here.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared.
Okay, he's just
I know you're
sharing
not sharing
Chloe
your
Moretz.
evidence, Adam.
Oh, wait, what?
That chick in the center there, that's Cindy Lou Who.
That's Cindy Lou Who?
Yep.
Yeah. Taylor
Chloe Moretz,
Momsen.
right? Oh no, it's
No.
Taylor Momsen. I always
Taylor
confuse
Momsen.
those two.
Who's the Inkbot to the left?
That's her band. It's called the Pretty Reckless.
Pretty reckless indeed. Still
They're
women.
pretty good metal band. But yeah, she's fucking hot, man.
Yeah, I always confuse her and Moretz.
And who?
Chloe Moretz, who looks very similar and also was a child star that became really goddamn attractive.
It seems like there was a generation of these child stars who went that route.
And then most of them just became horrendously addicted to a lot of different substances and fell off a fucking cliff.
Oh yeah.
You mean like Haley Joel Osment? You leave his coke bloat out of this, sir.
I heard
I was
that
thinking
it was
more-
because he was mocked, or like they pushed him towards it. And if that's the case, that's sad. You know, that's sad that, you know, if you're a little kid actor and people bitch at you and you're just a little kid. You don't know what the fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. What is a grown person?
I was thinking more Lindsay Lohan.
Oh well, yeah. Well, that's
Oh, what is that brought up to?
A fuck ton of
Oh,
drunk. I
you
heard.
just call her a broad?
Yes, I
We-
did.
We have a little class here on the Zoom.
Yeah, at least call her a dame.
Or a fucking whore. Something.
for a skirt.
You can't see it. But my head is tilted
Something
far to the
classy.
side, staring at you like, no need to fuck. That's where you draw the line. A woman calls another woman a broad.
I just love the whiplash there of at least call her a dame or a whore or a skirt. The fuck?
Should I call her a lady of the evening, addicted to substances?
Hey.
Is that better? Is that
Call
Tramp.
her a doxy.
But don't call her a broad. Come on, have some class.
I still want to see your evidence, dude.
You're still writing on that? Come
You're
on.
so full of it. Your eye color should be brown.
We're talking about broads here. Damn it. Wait, what was the evidence? I'm supposed to wear a skirt or something?
No, you gotta take
Wait.
pants off.
Now this is becoming even more interesting that you immediately went to what's the evidence? I need to wear a skirt. Adam, do you have something that you want to admit?
Do
at
you
this
have a
moment?
skirt on hand? What?
I don't have a skirt in my hand.
Well, I mean,
Nice.
obviously, but I mean,
It's
do you have
obviously-
a skirt on hand.
You gotta hang it up because that shit gets creased.
I probably have it in my dresser
You
drawer.
gotta make
or
sure it
something.
stays wrinkle free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
going by the old
Wrinkles are
school-
only designed for the pleats. Come on.
I mean, obviously, you'd want to stash them. You know, if you had a skirt, you'd want to stash it somewhere so it'd be clean and not wrinkle.
Are you
You know?
going
It
for
sounds
the
like you're
old
very
school-
knowledgeable, Adam.
Huh?
It sounds like you're very knowledgeable, Adam. Tell me more.
No.
Well, obviously, if you're wanting to keep your skirts clean, then they've got to be in the kitchen.
You know, I've seen some places, or sometimes if you put
Ah,
like those little, those lint those lint things that you put in the dryer, if you put those lint sheets in there, it keeps it smelling fresh.
Ah,
See, I was going to give you an out, Adam, of saying, are you going for the old school Scottish thing of this is a kilt, if I wore anything underneath it, then it would be a skirt, but you decided just to roll on with knowledge of skirts.
Well,
So
no, it's not a knowledge. It's not so much a knowledge of skirts. It's a knowledge of keeping laundry smelling fresh in the drawer. Over periods of time.
we don't want to retread old ground either, Sanguine. We already talked about the Scotsman last weekend.
What happened with the Scotsman last week?
Go watch the stream, Adam.
Yeah, he won first prize.
Go watch last week's episode.
Keep up to date on the lore.
I gotta. Did you miss last week on Minions of the Zoo?
But yeah, because it was mentioned earlier, does anyone else find it really weird when someone in their 30s or later says, I just discovered my sexuality? And you're going, how?
Or were you during your teens?
Yeah, what were they doing?
Yeah, because it seems, at least for a guy, guys, it's really easy. Girls, it's a little bit more difficult. But guys, it's really easy. If you look at a guy and you get hard, guess what? You're attracted to men. If you look at a girl and you get hard, guess what? You're attracted to women. If you look at both and you get hard, guess what? You're attracted to both. That is dead easy. Your body tells you by standing at attention.
Well, to be fair, women's body tells them too. It's just that there's this whole, idea of mind over matter and stuff like that, and wanting to have a personality, be more than your sexuality or whatever. But it still doesn't change the fact that that whole idea is predicated on the fact that you are trying to deny your nature.
Yeah, and that's what I meant by with women it happens too. It's just not as overt an indication. But it seems fairly easy. The only people
you're speaking for the women. We've got a women here. Is it fairly obvious to you, Gabby?
I kind of tuned out a bit. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well,
what are we even talking about?
Sexuality.
The people that discover their sexuality in their 30s and 40s and 50s.
You're never too old to. I mean, life's honestly that's not too weird. I'm trying to think of how to phrase it. We're constantly evolving creatures. Our taste changes, whether it comes to cuisine or hobbies or, different strokes for different folks. Or you never knew you liked something until you tried it, and you never know when you have the opportunity to try it. It doesn't seem too weird to me.
Finding out a new fetish is one thing. Finding out what sex you like is an entirely different one to me. I can understand someone discovering that they're bisexual later in life because they're attracted to one group or the other.
Well,
and it's the vast majority of one group or the other, and then they find one person of the same sex as them and they go, ooh. I can understand those people. I can't understand the people that come out as finding out that they're gay late in life, because I'm going, no. Were you getting hard when you were looking at men? Because if you never got hard looking at a woman and you got hard looking at men, you've been gay. You just now admitted that you were gay.
Where are you gay?
And it depends on who you're talking to. God, there's so many different kinds. It's just depending on who you talk to, it's a whole other ball game. It's you're speaking a whole other language. The whole oh, you're transphobic, but you don't want to date a trans woman, or ergo, so many different factors.
I don't understand that
I
either.
wanted a hole.
Well, I don't understand the whole idea of saying that you're transphobic if you wouldn't date a trans woman, because the whole thing is, I get the whole idea that they say is, trans women are women. That's all well and good, but saying that you're rendering them down just to their sexual parts. That's the whole point of sex, isn't it?
Are we not allowed to have preferences?
When you're talking sex, it's about sex, which is there's a bunch of people that have been arguing about, well, what's the proper definition of gender and what's the proper definition of sex? And to me, there should be a differentiation of biological sex, the biological definition of gender, and then there's a lay definition of gender. When it comes to the biological definition of gender, it should be a woman is an adult human female. When it comes to the biological definition of sex, it should be based upon, barring any major health defect, a person of this sex, male, would produce sperm, female would produce eggs. And that should be the definition, because that's how we determine which sex is which when it comes to animals. We go, which one produces sperm, which one produces eggs. If they produce both, they're hermaphrodites. This is what we do in the rest of biology. So when it comes to the biological definition of gender, adult human female, a female is someone that is, barring any major health complications, able to produce eggs. Boom. Done. Then the lay definition is, without prompting, you would assume that the person is the biological definition. You don't know for a fact, but you would assume. So if it's a trans person that passes, they meet the lay definition. But when you're talking about sexuality, to me, sexuality uses the scientific definition.
You know, the thing that gets me with this whole thing is all of what you just said should be able to be compacted to a point where somebody should be able to just instantly compute this and register register it dynamically with individual interactions. I mean, if it's because I that's the thing that gets me. It's like I somewhat agree with you what you're saying, and it's like, but I also, if I'm interacting with somebody, I don't see the reason why I have to sit there and try and belittle them. You know, I guess that's where the opposition kind of comes in. But for me, it's like it's such a quick instance that it doesn't. I don't even think about it. You know, it's just,
and the thing is,
it happens. You know, I just
The thing is that there's no belittling in the lay definition, and it's something that is already done by the vast majority of people. Because when you see a trans person that passes, when you see Blair White or Eve or any number of others, you will automatically default to she.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be no question of, do I use she, do I use he? The people that do not meet the lay definition are the ones that have to tell you, I'm a she.
Remember?
Or I'm a he.
Do you
Well,
guys
hold on.
remember? No, hold on. But do you guys remember the whole controversy when even ContraPoints, who was a trans, was like, I'm paraphrasing, and this drama happened quite a while ago. But they were like, it's kind of insulting that we spend so much time and money to actualize ourselves, become who we are and what we really want to be, just for nowadays, like, you're asking everybody their pronouns. I worked hard for these. Like, you should say she when you look at me. What was all this work and effort and pain and suffering for?
Yeah.
And that was apparently transphobic.
My whole thing about
From a
all
trans
of this,
woman.
my whole thing about all of this is not the fact that, you know, someone who has put in the work and done all that kind of stuff, you know, gets actualized, whatever. It's the fact that there's this expectation of compliance.
Yep.
That's the part that bugs me. You know, if I'm cordial with someone, if I'm, you know, friends with them or whatever, and I'm trying to ensure that I am invested in their happiness and their health and their, all of that kind of stuff, I will use whatever fucking pronouns they want. But if you are a stranger, if I don't know you from, well, I know Adam, but if I don't know you from Adam, then
See, like I said, Adam and Eve both ruined that fucking phrase for me. Because the two versions of that phrase are, I don't know you from Adam, I don't know you from Eve. Fuck, I know both Adam and Eve.
yeah. But, if I don't know you from Adam, then I'm not invested in that. So if I get it wrong, I'm not going to sit here and listen to you belittle me because I got it wrong.
Yep.
No, you can't make that expectation of people.
Well,
And it was did you guys see that clip about Sitch and Adam? They actually had a clip on their channel about a trans woman who finally actually got to pass, and she was talking about being in a classroom full of other cis women, and they were talking about trans individuals, and no one, had a homing beacon on this trans woman who passed, and she felt jilted because, like, oh, all of a sudden I don't have this special attention. Like, I'm one of these people, but I'm not one of these people. My identity, while this is what I was striving for, is not actually, like, now I feel jilted. It was ridiculous. I'll have to find that clip for you guys. It's like, was that not literally the definition of trans is transitioning? Now that you're actually a woman in everybody's eyes, you feel neglected. How?
And I think in that clip of Adam and Sitch, which of course, as long as I'm
Adam.
Team Adam, but I'm the correct Adam. He's the false Adam. But the thing is, they even brought it up that sounds like a trans-trender type of thing, where it wasn't he wasn't looking for, it wasn't they felt they were in a different body.
Well, not a trender,
it was
because I mean, like,
they were looking for the affirmation of what their choices were, and that's where the issue comes. But in terms of what I was saying is, like, look, dude, in terms of me, I'm all for if we meet in person and you're respectable, I'll be respectable back. But other than that, that's that's where I draw the line. That's just a personal thing. But my beliefs are my beliefs. I don't push it on anybody, So I mean, and you guys know me, so I, if I had the chance, I'd be pushing a couple of scriptures on you.
And to me, the way that it works is, like I said, it's this: if you make it easy on me by making it so that I don't have to even think about it, it's just, oh yeah, she. Yeah, I don't have a problem using she, because that's my default when I look at you. Now, if you're as big as I am and you have a full beard like I do, and you tell me it's she, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't even interact with those type of people anyway. So
what's the over under then on people that are misgendered in that sort of way? I mean, I've okay, here, hold on, let me just do this real quick. Hold on.
You gotta think how often is Blair White camera misgendered?
Here we go. All right, this is what I look like right now. Right, I got this big old bushy beard right here. Right.
You call that big old?
Well, this is about this is about 3 weeks worth of growth, is what it is, including the mustache too. I need to trim that. But so there was one time I had this amount of growth, and I went out to breakfast with a friend of mine, and I had long hair at the time, right, down to my butt. I've since shaved it all off, but I went up to pay at the diner that my friend and I went to, and as we're walking out, the woman behind the counter, I paid. Okay, she saw me. She had to have. She took my card. Why did she then say, "You ladies have a good night or good day," because it was breakfast? But
yeah, that's strange. I think it's because she's probably had to deal with a lot of people that were pulling the "it's ma'am" just because
Well,
I had long hair.
No,
Or
this
maybe
is-
maybe it
that
was,
was
a
a
long
long time
day
ago.
and she just saw like the long hair in the back and just had, because sometimes if you say like, if you like, especially in customer service, if you say the same lines day after day after week after
Yeah.
month after years, sometimes it's like autopilot.
Hey, that's
Sure.
happened to me. I
mean-
was at lunch at a what's it called? Bunoa bread or Bunoa beef?
Bonoba.
Bonoba beef. You know it,
Yeah.
Quiz.
Oh, I know Buona. I think it's an Italian beef place. Yeah.
Yeah. I was eating there with my mom and my sister one day. It was a couple of years back. And I had my long hair and I had it, not in a ponytail, just hanging out. And the dude was just like, "Here you go, ma'am." And I'm sitting there looking at him like, "Dude, I got a beard, bro." But he just saw me from the back. He just saw the long hair. So it's,
But see, here's the
it
thing,
happens.
right? Here's the major thing. Did you sit there and go, "It's man"?
No, I just kind of chuckled because
Did I do that?
Yeah.
no.
All I did is I made a joke about it. We went, we were walking out to the car, and I pointed at my friend and I say, "Not a word."
Nice.
So I play it off as a joke. It's all comes down to the fact that these people are demanding something of someone else, and when they don't get it, that's when they can go into fight mode.
Yes.
And it's ridiculous. It's patently ridiculous.
And it's even worse than that because they're demanding without even meeting halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if I don't default to, like I said, I saw Eve, default to she because
Yeah, sure.
Eve is clearly a she. When you look at Blair White, default to she because Blair White is clearly a she.
It was
And
weird
there's-
meeting Blair White because she was so tiny.
Yeah, there's a bunch
She's
of
shorter
them.
than Adam.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them that are
Really?
default.
Oh yeah, she
yeah.
was shorter than you, dude.
She was tiny.
That's not. Is that possible? I don't think that's
No, she
possible.
was.
I
No, she was.
met her at VidCon. Yeah, she's tiny, and
Yeah.
she's hotter than me. She earned the title of she.
And when it comes to those, I have no problem defaulting to she. When someone doesn't pass as well, but they're polite about it and they go, "Well, actually, I'm a she," and they are making an effort, I have no problem going, "Okay, she. I'll give you the benefit." When they finally reach the point where they pass entirely, then absolutely they get she. It's the people that don't make the effort but demand the recognition that make me go, "Man, go fuck yourself." Like,
Well, because we all
It's
understand
mad.
transitioning. I mean, sometimes like there are the initial stages where you have to
Sure.
start somewhere.
Yeah.
We all acknowledge that, but like also like screaming at people, like expecting them to change the entire world's purview, just because. I mean, just be like, hey, I'm like, there's a decent way to go about it. Like
Yeah.
you're in the initial stages. Progress starts somewhere, whether you're trying to lose weight or transitioning.
Yep.
Like everything starts somewhere. But like, don't become a basket case. It's like that's how the vegans, for example, lose every argument. They have some decent arguments, but guess what? They're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. No one takes them seriously. Like,
Yeah,
so
and-
don't be the vegans. Don't be the vegans.
Well,
and
hold
when
on.
I
Maybe
started to
that's
slim down.
maybe
One of
that-
my absolute favorite arguments for vegans is you can shut them down pretty easily. You live in a brick house, you're not a vegan.
Mm-hmm.
You wear deodorant, you're not a vegan.
Mm-hmm.
well,
There's
They-
animal
they-
byproduct in mortar for bricks and in beeswax and deodorant.
there's
Mhm.
children bones and concrete. But no, the thing is the point is that a lot of these people will take it to these extremities because that's the only weapon that they have to be able to work their argument, and they're not going into a conversation with a passive type of I'm going to give you information, you give me information. They're going into it as, I have this idea, you're going to either accept it or I'm going to have to fight you to get that idea to the forefront. This is what we're dealing with. They're not, I hate to say it, but they're not really rational people.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the weight loss example that Gabby used is a great one, because Adam and Inquisitor saw me when I was heavier than I currently am.
Mhm.
I didn't look morbidly obese by any stretch of the imagination, but I was a big dude. I've lost about 85 pounds.
Oh, nice.
Congrats.
And when I was first starting to lose weight, I didn't have the ability to go, I'm losing weight. I identify as much lighter than I am, so you'll treat me like I'm much... No, I didn't.
So, are you
I
going
had
to
to-
buy Nikocato's shirt? I identify as skinny.
I had to lose the weight for people to go, man, you've lost weight. I didn't get to demand that with the first pound that I had shed, that people acknowledged that I lost weight. No, it was just get on with the work of it. And when people start going, oh shit, you've lost weight. Fuck yes, I have.
You really should get that shirt, Sanguine.
It's Nikocado merch though.
I know,
You'd be throwing money at the man.
Hmm.
Maybe if you find it used secondhand where it's not directly given to the man.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. I've noticed Assassin of the Gray in chat there talking about me having a Wyatt Earp mustache. I just need to groom it more. You know, I need to get some get some wax for the mustache. I have a hat, and I'd love to get a fucking peacemaker.
Hold
I
on.
would love to get a
I
peacemaker.
can advise on mustache waxes. I have
Hold on.
several.
I'm sitting here doing bowling, and I'm taking a break and having a little sip of my drinky here. And Wyatt Earp, okay, so Sam Elliott, you come up to the bar.
No, Sam Elliott's not Wyatt Earp. That was Kurt Russell in that movie.
Oh shit! Oh
Mhm.
yeah, damn it.
Oh.
Well, I did mention I'm having a drinky at the bar, so
Yeah.
pardonnez-moi.
The best character in that, hands down, Doc Holliday. I'll be your
Mhm.
Huckleberry.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Good old Val Kilmer.
Yep.
I'll be a Huckleberry.
I still love that one of his first roles was in comedy movies.
Oh yeah.
I really want to
Top
get one of
secret?
those little drinking cups that Doc Holliday had.
Oh yeah, the
Mhm.
collapsible one.
A little silver cup, yeah.
I at Polydub's request, I watched Wyatt Earp starring Kevin Costner.
Mm-hmm.
And Dennis Quaid does a good job as John Holliday.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, I still have to give it to Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer just did a better job. Now, the one thing I do appreciate about the Wyatt Earp, it's a good movie. I don't like what's his name? Fuck. Him, the main character. Kevin Costner. I don't like Kevin Costner. I don't think he's a good actor. I think he did the best he could with the material. The material is good. It is a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
He is easily the weakest part of the movie.
Mm.
But it is still a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Overall. I just think that Tombstone was a better movie. Oh, I would love to have a Winchester, dude. Fucking lever action rifle. I want one so bad.
Mm-hmm. There's so many weapons that I want to get at some point.
All I've got is a South African fucking 9mm, a high point 45, and a Chinese SKS that the magazine feed doesn't even fit properly into.
See, I need to start collecting some guns, but I also have a shit ton of medieval weapons that I want to collect.
I've got
There you go.
an English
There's
hand and a
fun
half
stuff.
sword, warhammer, and all sorts of shit like that too. But I'm talking about my guns.
Yep. I've showed a good chunk of my medieval arms and armor collection on stream before, but
I show my guns on stream too.
just to run through for Gabby's benefit, I have a hand and a half Dane, Zax. I have or rather, it should be a two-handed Danes. It's a hand and a half for me. I have what should be a hand and a half. It's a single-handed. I have a Guandao, a boar spear, an English arming sword, blackened chainmail, a longbow, and a handful of others as well. And I think I just went deaf because it looked like Inquisitor said something, but then I didn't hear anything. Or he was just moving his mouth. He was just moving his mouth. Okay.
Yep.
And then, of course, I have a shit ton of knives because I have my shocks, I have my dirk, I have a bunch of other random knives.
You're a dirk. Fucking dirk.
I have my skin dub as well.
I've got a skindu somewhere. Fuck. Where is it? A skindu. It's a Celtic dagger, boot dagger.
Mhm.
Yep. Boot dagger, or it's the same sword that's worn in the Sporran.
You have a longbow?
Yeah. It's one of the... It's effectively the lowest weight that would have been considered a warbow. I need to get higher weight warbow, but that was the one that I could get at the time. So it's like 75 to 85 pound pole. I want to get a 150 plus pound at some point, though.
That could do
You gonna
something.
show us your features?
You gonna show us your evidence, Adam?
Let me show you its features.
It is amazing. And I think I've shown the longbow on stream, haven't I?
I think you have. Yeah.
Not that I can recall. I mean, I haven't been here since, I don't know. Well, I mean, I come and go. I haven't seen everything, so maybe you did.
Karma,
Yeah,
karma, chameleon.
Last time I did a parade of my weapons was, I think, before you started to show up, Gabby. But
Come
I have
and
a,
you come and go.
like I said, 75 to 85 pound pole longbow. So it's on the light end of warbows, but that was what the place that I could buy a bow from was providing at the time. I got it with one of my stimulus checks.
Dude, that'd be one thing to
That's
a
really
nice
what
thing
it's
to
for.
have
You're
on the wall.
stimulating the economy.
Yeah.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Trumpy fun bucks. I really wish that I didn't need them for rent because I would have had another gun.
Oh, yeah. I spent one of my Trump checks on the longbow, which is a proper U longbow. It
And-
unfortunately isn't the best U longbow, which is the heart and sap longbow.
What about my longbow?
And as I was saying, having a longbow would be nice to have on the wall. I would say also a Parthian type of composite bow.
One of the recurve ones.
Yeah, and shit. I want to say maybe the Japanese samurai type. I think it's called like a yari.
Yes.
Yari
Isn't it? Let me
No, probably,
check.
but that's
Because
probably
I
not.
think it's the Yari spear and it's the Yumi bow.
Yeah,
Check.
I just remember the bow. The bow shape has a bigger curve on the top, but having these three distinct type of bows, just
And I did remember it right. It is the Yumi.
Yumi.
Yeah,
That'd
the
be nice.
Yari is the triangular spear.
Yeah, the longer, it was the peasant spear that they used. Yeah. But yeah, no, yeah, having different types of bows on display is always something that I kind of want to have, especially with like swords. But you know, you can go off on a whole fucking range of that shit.
The
So
main thing that annoys the hell out of me, though, is I bought this fantastic, absolutely beautiful longbow, and then I went back to buy arrows, but they had dropped the weight of the bows that they had available. So the arrows that they sell are no longer rated for the 85-pound pull longbows.
oh shit.
Are they
Which-
weaker arrows?
Yep, and the thing is, have you ever seen an arrow when it's getting fired in
Yeah.
slow-mo? So you've seen how much fucking flex those things go on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So if you use too light of a arrow,
It'll
On
wobble
a
all over the
longbow.
fucking place.
it'll shatter.
Mm-hmm.
It will just completely fucking snap without firing proper. So you'll just fire a cloud of goddamn splinters in front of you. And sometimes it can actually damage the bow that you're firing.
Yep.
So I need to get arrows that are rated for a high enough pound pull bow for me to be able to fire them in, which are apparently a pain in the ass to find. But yeah, there's a lot of other medieval weapons that I want to get. Like I want to get a back to Corbin, of course, a Lucerne hammer, which is similar but not quite the same.
Hey, going back to firearms, you know, one fucking firearms I really want to get, the fucking
Mhm.
M1 Garand.
Ah.
God.
For the ping.
Oh, just everything. Just especially a first gen.
Mhm.
Before they started remodeling it for the Korean War.
Mhm.
Oh
That
my
ping's
goodness.
just so satisfying.
I want, and even though they show you how to not get grand thumb, I want a grand thumb. Just once. Just fucking once. But yeah, no, yeah. That's that's one of those things.
Mhm.
Second Amendment, sweet Lord Almighty.
I would love, money is no object, to own a legal Tommy gun.
Oh
Mhm.
shit. Would you get the round
A drum magazine? Fuck yeah.
yeah.
See, if
I
I
want
was
a little
going,
Chicago typewriter. Fuck yeah,
Fuck
man.
yeah.
if I was going to
Tommy
go
gun,
for
bro.
one of the full autos of the time, I'd go for the bar.
Oh,
The bar's okay, but the bar only loads, I think, what, like 8 rounds, whereas the Tommy gun you can load what 60 45 caliber ammunition there.
wow, but yeah,
A lot of
I wouldn't
stopping
I
power on
wouldn't
that one.
I wouldn't mind firing off a bar just for the because it has a strong kick,
Mhm.
so I want to be able to say I can take the kick of the bar,
We should go shooting sometime, Adam.
Yeah, dude, let's do it. Do you think they'd rent those guns?
One of the ranges nearby us, yeah, absolutely, they do.
If they do, we gotta plan. Holy shit, we gotta plan this, dude. Yeah.
I know for a fact they do.
Christmas came early.
What?
It's
I
what
think
makes
Christmas came early for you boys. You sound
Yeah.
so excited.
Why do you gotta ruin this for us?
there are few things as fun.
We gotta make it all sweet. We're gonna be going shooting guns, and you're like, oh no, we're gonna be fucking pew pewing. That's awesome.
Manly man.
You
Yeah.
go pew pew in the corner, then manly man.
Oh no.
But there's just something goddamn.
I tried to be
fun.
nice. Y'all saw it.
There's just something goddamn primal about firing a full auto gun. That
I fired a MP5.
nice.
And say it was funny. Between my dad and I, it took us around a good 45 minutes to load 3 30-round sickle magazines of 45, and it took me less than 3 minutes to unload it all.
Nice.
It is fun. It's really fun.
Shit, we should set it up when Sanguine comes down this ways.
Yeah. Let's see. By the way, are we still on for August, you boys?
If everything's still game for going off, because last I heard there's a question mark on that now.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. I already have those weeks off for work. So
Wait,
whatever happens, I have those weeks off, whether we do or don't.
you guys already set up a date, or at least a time schedule?
Well, the whole idea was to do it in August. The week of August 15th and the week after. Those are the weeks I took off.
Yeah, if Minions Con goes off, then I am definitely game for Minions Con 2.0.
Yeah. That's the whole idea.
And let's get some fucking grands and go fucking shooting.
Yeah. And get
I'll
my
be able to provide food.
bring my guns along with. Hopefully by then I'll have enough money to get the dream gun that I want to get,
Mm-hmm.
which is a Chiappa Rhino 60 DS. I want one so bad.
I'm just hoping that the raise that I'm due for actually exceeds the inflation rate.
Yeah, well, there's the planning phase.
Yeah.
But,
That's it. And then, we were going to rent a fucking RV. Go down.
yeah, I'm still down for that.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same. I'd say that would be the best way to do it too, because then Sanguine would have an actual. It'd be a meager one because it's a fucking in an RV, but yeah, we'd have a kitchen.
Yep. Cook on the way down.
And while there.
Yep.
Working out.
And you motherfuckers know how fantastic that is.
I want more smoked sea salt, but it's hard to find around here.
Yeah, like I said, the best bet for getting Maldon is Amazon.
Well, I've got Maldon, but not smoked.
Yep. I'm saying
Okay.
from Amazon, you can get a 1 pound tub of smoked Maldon.
I've only got the just regular sea salt, but I still have dry brine with just the regular sea salt, and even that is still delicious.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and Gabby, to fill you in so that you aren't feeling completely lost as to what we're referring to. 2 years ago now, right? Or
I think
was
it might
3
be
years
3
ago?
now. I think it might be 3
Oh,
now.
yeah. It was at the start of the pandemic. So,
Yeah.
probably going on 3 years ago now. Inquisitor, Adam, and I got together for 4th of July. And we bought 12 pounds of New York strip.
Nice.
A 4-pound sack of potatoes, a shit ton of mushrooms, and 2 good-sized bunches of asparagus, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So I was visiting down with them. We dry brined the steaks for 24 hours. I grilled them up on the 4th of July, made grilled asparagus, what I call grill chips, which are they're kind of in between the thick and thin cut potato rounds that are then grilled and slightly fried in oil with garlic and rosemary and all that good shit. And then I had whiskey, mushrooms. So just grilled up all that food on the 4th of July. And it was the 3 of us plus Inquisitor's roommate.
Mm-hmm.
just absolutely chowing down on this massive feast.
Yeah, it was a huge party. It was
fantastic.
great. It was great.
And the only casualty was the handles of the grill that I borrowed
Yeah.
from Adam.
Yeah, that kind of sucked. But we also, we also streamed it live, so I think Cryptic
Yeah.
and Useless Cook, I think, joined us on live stream. So it was a crazy time, but it was fun. I enjoyed it, and we drank a whole lot.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
because
you did.
I brought my box of booze and beer, and then we bought more beer while we were there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the hangover loaves that were given out that day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, the only loss that day was the plastic handles, which were thermoplastic, so they were meant to deal with a decently high temperature on the grill. But I got that grill screaming in order to cook up everything. So when it was at its hottest, it was north of 1,000, 1,100, something like that, degrees.
Hey, didn't you marinate those steaks as well?
They were
Dry
dry
brine.
Dry rubbed, yeah.
Dry brine.
Yeah.
So it's slather on your salt, your pepper, 24 hours beforehand, then put them on a cooling rack on a tray in your refrigerator, just open to the air. And what happens is that the liquid within the steak gets pulled out of the steak to the surface by the salt. It dissolves the salt, and then it gets sucked back into the heart of the steak. So throughout the entire steak, you have that perfect level of salt. Rather than when you do steaks normally, you just heavily season the outside. So the outside of the steak ends up really heavily seasoned, and the inside ends up fairly bland. So when you eat the two together, it comes out as a nice blend.
Yeah.
This, every part is just perfectly seasoned from top to bottom.
The other really good thing that dry brining does too is it locks in a lot of the moisture. Whenever you grill something, you lose a lot of moisture in whatever meat you're making. It evaporates out, while it's cooking. The salt locks it all in, so it has a much higher burning point to turn from water to vapor. So it locks all of that in, and it cooks the meat with all of the liquid and moisture inside of the meat, and it's so good.
You end up with a juicier cut of meat at the end. It's amazing.
Yeah,
And
I've
it
never
also-
done it before meeting you, Sanguine, and then now afterwards, if I've got the time, that is my preferred method of cooking.
Oh
steak.
yeah, and you can do it with pretty much any cut of meat. So you can do it with steaks, you can do it with chicken, and really, if you're cooking chicken with skin, dry brine that son of a bitch.
I'm thinking about it. I have a fillet of Alaskan cod. I'm thinking I might try my sea salt on the Alaskan cod.
You can do that as well. And pretty much, like I said, any cut of meat, you can do lamb dry brine, you can do chicken dry brine, any poultry, duck, goose, turkey, dry brine, all of that. You can dry brine pork. The only meat that you don't dry brine is mince.
Yeah.
Do not dry brine minced meat.
It's a waste of the salt.
And it just creates an almost rubbery texture.
Yeah.
So it's a waste of the salt, and it decreases the quality of texture of the meat.
Yeah.
And nobody likes a rubbery texture. Come on.
Yeah. Which
Not
is
in the meat.
one of the things that drives me crazy about when people add mushrooms to most recipes. I don't get it. I don't understand how people do it. Why do you people add mushrooms so late to your plans?
Hey, why do you add onions?
Because they're delicious.
Oh, get out!
Yes, they are. Onions. Onions are awesome.
What?
Like I said, give me a chance. I'll make jammy onions that you'll fucking love, Adam.
You know, I'll only eat onions if a certain someone presents them. There you go.
Ergo sanguine.
No. Not
No, I
so.
think he wants someone with a much nicer form, to say the least.
Yeah.
Not exactly the giant bearded
Yeah,
dwarf.
not giant. Not giant sand. Yes, that's
Instead of the whole sushi on the body thing, I'm imagining just freaking various
Onions?
onions on top of a body. That just does not sound sexy. It does not.
Well, I mean, the onion rings over the nipples. I mean, I'd be down for that.
I mean, can
See, you went onion rings. I pictured just dollops of jammy onions.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't.
I like fried food, so I'm okay.
It would have to be. It would have to be one of those. Look,
Sauce in the
Adam,
middle. You
we're
have
on
to
a
eat
date.
to taste the deliciousness in the middle.
What?
Y'all are terrible.
Where is
Wait.
this night leading us?
I don't
All
think
the
I caught
best
any of that.
places.
Who's the wait? There was. Wait, what? I missed everything.
What?
Yes,
Yes, you
you
did.
did.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure where we could go back and pick you up. I say
No way back.
you fell out the car about like
Only
4
forward.
or 5 exits past, Adam. We can't
I'm-
turn around. This is back country.
I'm Bucky. I just fell off the train. Shit. I'm gonna be the fucking Winter Soldier now. Oh,
You fell off the train in California and some looter picked up your packages.
well, you know, I don't. I think people were taking the packages off the train as it was moving. I don't think I'd want to know either way. If it's involving onions, yeah, nah. I'll give you two things. Like I said, one, you know, if she offered me onions, I'd eat it because,
You
yeah,
wanna get laid.
I didn't do it. The other thing is, I love the fact that the French have a song about onions. Shoot-le-les, shoot-le-les, my French is horrible.
It's
But,
one of the few redeeming qualities of the French.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. It's a French marching song. You should look it up.
You know,
I think it was
Adam,
Napoleon era.
you've threatened to sing several times on my nights, but this is the first time you've ever actually done it, and I'm frankly insulted that you would save it for Sanguine and not on one of my nights.
Well,
Suck it, Inquisitor. Suck it.
I was inspired by the onions.
I was inspired by the onions. Did you ever think you'd say that sentence, Adam?
Yeah, well, I was roused by the fragrance of the onions and the inspiration
better
of
than-
Napoleon's armies.
And it's far better than being roused by the image of someone picking up your package in California.
Oh God! See, I don't even know what that means because I didn't catch any of that. I don't know what that means.
You tell me right now. What did he say?
No, there's so many freaking robberies along train lines in California.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
Yeah,
like a third world country.
They just take it. Have you seen the videos?
The amount of packages just emptied out and strewn across the railway track, like railway tracks. I can speak English. God
The
damn.
railway track.
Yeah. I'm not going to say it 5 times fast before you even ask.
Marriage, the most blessed of sacraments. The dream within a dream.
Oh,
That
I
brings
love-
us together
I love
today.
Princess Bride. That's a beautiful movie. But regardless,
Yep.
no, just literally the litter from people stealing packages has already like halted transportation services. Like
Yeah, it's almost
awful.
derailed several trains.
Yeah.
Nah, these things happen all the time, dude.
No, they don't.
Yeah, no, just like the fires at distribution centers and come on, this is all normal. Nothing to
Well,
worry about.
There was a thing in the news today about one of the things that Marjorie Taylor Greene said, talking about how satellites run by Jews were shooting down or starting fires in food production plants.
No, she said that a
fuck?
long time ago. She said that about
What?
the paradise
What?
fires.
Oh, Paradise
Yeah.
literally burned to the
Yeah,
ground.
like 2-3 years ago. She said something about like lasers or some shit.
Wasn't that just a gender reveal?
From the future, Adam.
Space
Yeah.
Jews.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're
I mean,
Jews,
That
we're
sounds
Jews in
amazing. I'm not even
space.
gonna lie. That doesn't even sound
Look.
bad.
hold on. To be honest, I could walk you through a whole bunch of that, but we couldn't do it on a stream. It would literally take one of those things where like we're sitting around a bonfire, we gotta talk about it. Like, look, it's a lot to take in. It is a lot to take in. I can see where she came to that conclusion, even though she's goofy as shit. But yeah, no, that was a couple of years ago about the paradise in California, the town paradise or something like that. The random fires.
Wasn't that found to be gender reveal party again?
I don't know. I thought it was like just like a house caught fire or something like shit. It was some random. They catch fire in California all the time, so it's like
Yeah,
Yep.
because they decided that all the money that they get for forest management,
yeah.
they would spend on anything but forest management.
But hold on. I can, like I said, we'd have to sit around a bonfire because I can tell you a story about how there's a set of aliens who settled in
And the
America,
Bilderbergs.
and they settled in paradise, and like I said, we could talk about that, but we can't do that live on the Minion Zoo because the Minion Zoo is a respectable, family friendly show, and
Bullshit.
Big
Oh,
Al
no.
and the
Gabby, don't do-
Illuminati and space aliens. Space
We were
Jews
talking about
from the future, Adam.
I didn't
we
say
were
they were
talking about sex and kink earlier. The only way that we would become a family-friendly show is if school teachers were allowed to decide what family-friendly meant.
Well, hold on. They're okay with that. They draw the line at space aliens having a settlement in Paradise, California. Okay, so
okay.
look. There's a
They're
line,
space Jews, Adam. They're
and
space
this is
Jews.
and Quiz. You can help me out here. This is Susan's fault.
Oh, fuck you, Susan.
There you go. Yeah.
Not in the fun way.
Well, not in the way that I would enjoy.
She's the one who said we are not allowed to talk about space aliens and weather manipulation devices and lasers from the sky, but we can
And the
talk about.
Illuminati.
Listen, yeah, hold on. The Bill Burr group is
The
completely
Bilderbergs.
real. It's okay.
Hillary Clinton is a goddamn demon.
Oh shit! They're interdimensional demons, people.
They're interdimensional demons.
I will eat your ass.
Goblins.
He would. I think he would.
I still love the fact that someone
I'm
turned
gonna
that
be honest
into
with
a
you.
song.
I'm kind of retarded.
Did he say that on Joe Rogan or did he say
Yeah,
it
he
on
did.
Tim Cat?
Yeah.
He did, yeah. It was on Joe Rogan. He
Okay.
said that.
It's still kind
That
of
is
goofy
one of
that
my
he was on
favorite
Tim Cat.
Alex Jones clips of all time. Look, I want to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Wait, how does that one beat I'll eat your ass?
He is a cartoon of a human being, and just the fact that he admitted it is the catharsis that I needed.
Yeah, I think because I'll eat your ass was part of something he was saying, whereas I'm gonna admit I'm kind of retarded is just like a whole
Yeah, just a statement.
It was just a statement. Like, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest,
but
I'm kind of
I'm
retarded.
kinda
As the other one was, he was talking about something about his neighbor or something like that, and he was like, "Yeah, and I'll eat your ass," and he was just
well,
going off.
no,
on a
it was his neighbor had said something about the oncoming food shortage. And Alex Jones was responding that if there's a food shortage and I'm not able to get food, I'll just fucking eat my neighbor. He's a dipshit. I'll eat your ass.
Oh yeah,
I'll eat my neighbor's ass. I
How
was like,
dare-
no, it was the fact that he was saying it like he thought he was saying it. I'll eat his ass, as in like I'll eat you, and that's it.
Yep.
Full end stop. But then he's just said, "I'll eat your ass."
Yeah,
Like,
well,
you'll eat his
and then-
ass.
and
What
then
about the rest
people
of
are-
them, Alex?
You're gonna sit there and come on. He's gonna make
be
sure
honest,
that his ass
kind of
is
retarded.
paid attention to. So it's giving
And
his
full circle,
yeah,
dump
well,
truck on my Eldar Guardians.
Tongue punch the old fart box.
little you know. Thanks. He said it's
We
the end of the
found the
world.
limit for Gabby there.
There you go. Sorry.
No butt stuff.
That is one of my absolute favorite like lines of all time. Tongue punch the fart box. I love that line.
Yeah.
Listen, folks. Once you reach the anus, that's the end. We can't go any further.
But yes. Anyone have anything interesting that they found today?
Oh yeah.
What?
Shift
Freaking-
topics?
Everything else.
There you go.
Other than the space Jews from the future, that was the only thing that I saw today.
Wait, there's space Jews from the future?
Yeah.
Okay, Adam, we need to learn the entirety of Jews in space for when you go through this talk. That way we'll be able to take occasional breaks to just sing Jews in space, at least a verse or two, and then go back into the discussion.
Is it bad? Is it bad if I immediately my initial thought when you said that was Phantasy Star 2?
No, I'm gonna say you with how much
No.
you've been playing Phantasy Star. No,
Have you played Phantasy Star 2?
I don't own Phantasy Star 2, so no,
Ah.
unfortunately.
Oh,
I have
it's just
Phantasy
like-
Star 1 and I have Phantasy Star 3.
Oh, that was a good one. No, I was just like, oh shit, Jews in space. Sounds like a Muppet thing.
No, that's
It is
pigs in
very
space.
much the pigs in space, yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that
Pigs
we all went there.
in space, space.
Wait, how did we get here?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Marjorie
I don't even
Taylor.
know what we're talking about anymore.
We got to pigs in space from Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, with her lasers.
Yes.
Yes. And
Yes.
the space Jews from the future.
So they came from the future.
Yes.
So they're time traveling space Jews.
Shit, God.
Well, they can
Not your
travel in
run of-
space. They can travel in time.
And they had to
Only
shoot.
logical.
Hold on, this makes a perfect case for a movie. So Marjorie Taylor Greene and her team of space Jews, they went into the past
No,
or the
no, no.
future.
She's condemning the space Jews because they fired a laser that's
Okay. So she's the antagonist, and they went in back and they had to target this particular village of Paradise, California, which I'm gonna add in the aliens only because we need either an aliens or a giant robotic spider. So we're gonna go with the aliens. It's because the
Okay.
aliens relocated there, and now all of a sudden they need to use the laser to shoot down this city.
Well, the
Careful,
question
if
is,
you put in a giant spider, you might get slapped, Adam.
Oh,
the question is,
by the spider.
would, for the time travel mechanic of this, would we go with the method of time travel where you can't create a paradox because everything that you're about to do in the past, you have already done in the past before you've done it. Therefore, there will be no possibility for
No.
Or
It's
are we going for branching timelines?
It's Back to the Future timeline. So if they go back in the past, they have a photo and they have a time limit.
Okay, so they're doing you can go back into the past, but then you would create a new timeline. And since you're erasing your own timeline, if you sufficiently erase your existence from your own timeline, you disappear.
Exactly. And you're
Okay.
not going to be able to play Dream Angel. I mean, that's
It's Earth. It's Earth Angel.
Oh, Earth Angel. Well, I dream of the Earth too.
I dream of Genie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whoa, hey. Yeah, well, now you're talking. Oh, wait, what?
I do miss old TV.
Wow.
TV Land shows were amazing.
Hold on. So is that...
So is what? You just gave up on that sentence.
I'm still trying to figure out what this movie is. Oh, no.
So we're using Back to the Future. So if the space Jews were actually able to sufficiently impact current time, then the space Jews would cease to exist because they've just written themselves out of the timeline.
So is the goal then to go back in time and stop the space Jews from erasing themselves?
Or are the space Jews willing to sacrifice themselves for the good of humanity?
By burning a place in California with their satellite laser.
Holy
if
shit. Hold
California's
on.
already on fire. They don't have to target California at all.
Ow.
Maybe
Well, yeah,
California
that's true.
is the
Center for Jews.
well, no, the collateral damage. Maybe they were shooting something else.
I can't believe we've gone this far.
I don't even know what the hell we're talking about anymore.
Yeah. I'm like,
I don't even know.
That's where half the fun comes in.
wow.
Welcome to Minions of the Zoo Fever Dream Edition.
It is a Friday, after all.
And
Right.
13th.
Oh, yeah. Hey, there's the excuse. There you go.
I was actually thinking about
questioning everything.
I was actually thinking about going and getting down my Friday the 13th Blu-rays and watching the whole series.
I was really worried for a moment there that you were going to say, I was really tempted to get down my Friday the 13th game and start playing it.
Well, I do have the Friday the 13th game. Not the old NES one, but the new one on Steam.
Yeah, but the new one on Steam's actually a, playable game.
Yeah. Well, the
Hold on,
old one
quiz.
is too.
You got an
The old
NES?
one's really shit, and you know it.
Quiz.
Uh-huh.
You got a working NES?
I do.
Dude, I'll bring over
I have
a fucking...
4.
Oh. I'll bring over a copy of Friday the 13th, man.
Oh, hell yeah. You have a copy?
Yeah.
I don't. My original NES collection is somewhat pathetic.
So why did you buy the Friday the 13th game, Adam?
Why not? It's a good game.
Yeah, I think
It's difficult to
have
get
ET
used to,
too?
but
yeah.
yeah, once you figure out how to play it, it's okay. I mean, it's like I said, it's not one of those things where it's like a Legend of Zelda or something like that. It's decent. I mean, it's not it's not Jaws. Jaws is a bad game. Have you played Jaws?
See, I
Horrible.
thought you were going to go ET.
Well, E.T.'s bad, but that's one of those go-to.
E.T. is an
Yeah.
underrated game. It's not just about falling in pits. All
It's
right.
about avoiding, Eddie Valiant.
It's about flying because your neck extends.
Yes.
I think you have to make a flower or something.
That's the most poorly made synopsis I've ever heard.
What?
If you've
if you know what you're doing in ET, you can avoid the pits very easily. And in fact, actually, you can know which pit you need to fall into to get all of the pieces to complete the game.
Yeah, but if you know the game that well, you've probably already committed suicide because your life is that depressing.
Or you're that autistic that you're fucking
You,
sitting there like,
all of you guys are just too blind to see the genius of ET for the Atari 2600.
It is such a god-awful game. And yes, that is a god-awful synopsis, Gabby, but have you seen the game?
I've only heard the horror stories.
They're all valid. And it's not even as amusing as, like, bootleg Lion King. Because in the E.T. one, you don't get to see E.T. hang himself or anything like that, but in the bootleg Lion King, you do get to see Simba hang himself.
Mm.
You also get to see Pumbaa throw himself into a pot of soup.
Are you talking about the JonTron? Like, he made some videos about bootlegs.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he did a video on it. He had the
Did you guys-
fantastic line of "Circle of life, circle of death."
Have you guys seen the new JonTron? Where he talks about alternative medicine?
Yep.
Nope, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you should. It's really good. Because this guy sitting there was like, this was the healing room, and they were recording me, and I dematerialized. And it cuts to JonTron. He's like, "Well, I'd show you the footage, but frankly, there's nothing to see. You know, I'll just be sitting there, and all of a sudden, I just go ah, and then it just cuts away. He's gone."
And him
Hello,
quickly
JonTron.
photoshopping the guy so that he disappeared from this frame.
Yeah, no, that he's made of pure light.
Yeah, made of pure light.
So I posted a clip of that in the general chat, and then the sequel when he comes back.
Mm-hmm. I do really love JonTron's new videos of just, what the fuck is this shit?
I just love JonTron's new videos. Period. I always love it when John uploads a new video. He needs to upload more.
Probably my favorite was the Kids Town one.
I like the interview he did with the with Jimmy.
Yep. That was such a glorious shit show of a show.
No, Jimmy. Jimmy
He
was
was
the
the
smart
smart
one.
one. He knew to get the fuck out of there.
And then he went on to go to medical school.
Mm-hmm.
He
What
wants
did
to
the
be an
other people
oncologist.
achieve? I'd laugh if it turns out none of the others achieved anything, and it is just Jimmy was the smart one. So, how comes you're painting, Inquisitor?
Well, I've got one warlock pretty much done. He just needs flock and finish. And then I'm working on another warlock here, and then I've got 2 guardians, and then those guardians are done, or all of my first squad of guardians are done. And then I got some warp spiders over there, some dire avengers over here, 3 rangers over here, and 2 vipers. And then I'm all done on stuff that's primed, and then I just have stuff to prime and paint.
Nice. And just reading back over Some of the shit said in chat's making me chuckle. The Sanguine's fat phobic for me losing weight. You
Mhm.
guys do remember seeing that shit, right?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that quote unquote therapist who said intentionally losing weight is fat phobia.
Yep. Which just what
I
the
just-
fuck?
You've got to realize at some point that you are drinking the Kool-Aid, so to speak, right?
And actively just harming people. Because when you're in a nation where the leading cause of death is obesity,
I thought we were still in car accidents was the leading cause of death.
let me quickly double check. I think
Or-
obesity overtook.
In every other regard, altering your body is positive, affirmative, go queen. But if you want to lose weight, then it's a phobia and an ism.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No! Oh,
Hold
shit.
on. What's wrong with losing weight and
God damn it.
working out and
You're
So,
a
yeah,
phobe, Adam.
things like that? Well,
You phobe.
because
It is now.
You're obviously afraid of fat people.
I
It
don't
is now
associate with the tisms.
shit. Quiz. Not gonna lie, I've lost a bunch of weight since seeing you last. So I mean,
Okay.
yeah. So I mean, it's not. It's. I mean, I think with me, it's more health stuff. It's. I don't see anything wrong with it. Is shouldn't want to have a lot of hefty weight.
You're just a fat phobe. You
But yeah,
horrible.
it is.
Oh no.
Inquisitor. It is now obesity-related issues because heart disease alone is over 3.5, or is about 3.5 times the number of deaths from accidents in general, to include car accidents.
Mhm.
If you add in stroke, diabetes, and nephritis, nephrotic syndrome, and nephrosis, then you're dealing with obesity related things are over 6 times the death toll from accidents.
Mm.
So obesity is the leading cause of death. Though then there's the numpties that are now trying to say, well, it's wrong to say that obesity is the leading cause of death because it's really just everything that obesity is associated with that's the leading cause of death. Fuck you.
Well, it's kind of weird to say that because it's like, well, but if obesity is kind of like the outlying tether for like, it was, cardiac arrest, or it was, this something failed over here, or this happened, but it was caused from obesity. It's like, well, yeah, well, that's why that's the number.
Yeah, it's
It's,
kind of like people that say, well, technically, you don't die of the gunshot, you die of the shock. Yeah, but what caused the shock, you idiot?
oh yeah, you got stabbed. Yeah, but you died
Guns,
from a blood loss. It's like, well,
guns don't kill people. Bullets kill people.
these are
Yeah,
smooth brains, man.
or another example to give a even better one than the shock versus gunshot wound is it's like saying guns kill people and forgetting the fact that in order for the gun to kill someone, someone had to pull the trigger.
Yeah, or at least point it. Hold it and point it.
I don't know about you guys. My guns frequently go on vacations, and I have no idea where they go.
Oh shit, they're going out killing, dude.
That's
I
just
know.
because you live in Chicago.
Well, oh yeah, Chicago guns.
Apparently they have more rights than women, so
Yeah, they go out there and they're like, "Fuck this,
Well,
dude.
not here in Illinois.
We're gonna go out there and fucking start
I
shooting."
don't need to have a license to have a woman.
Every time I see those posters,
Hold on, wait. You don't need a license to have a
I
woman,
always travel in a suitcase.
Yeah.
dude. The last
A
date I
one.
was on, she was like she didn't have a license.
Do I need to let the cop know that pulled me over for a speeding ticket that I have a woman in the car?
Does that work?
Probably for his safety.
Circumstances about the woman is there.
Look, officer, I'm sorry, but I have a woman in the car.
Don't worry, she's locked up safe in the trunk.
Look, okay, her credit cards are separated. She's been fully disengaged. It's fine.
The only problem is when you're coming back from a bar and you have to admit that, yes, you have a woman in the car and yes, she's loaded.
Look, it's just in transportation. I bought her and I'm bringing her home, okay?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Every time I see one of those signs, though, by a woman, the one day I hope to have as many rights as guns, I just automatically think, man, this bitch is kinky as hell. Because
Right?
apparently
Even I'm allowed on airplanes. Bitch, what did you do?
And apparently she wants to be kept locked up in a cabinet all night.
No, not all night. Until
All the
taken
time until
used.
used. Yeah. That's one hell of a thing to admit, that you want to be locked up in a cabinet until
Do
you.
women frequently have negligent discharges?
God damn.
Well,
They
and
just.
silence.
I think
I'm just
all of us,
saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
all of us were just thinking about that. But it's just what the fuck every time that comes up, and without fail, everyone else points out
Well,
all the problems with it.
what gets me is like, again, I'm fairly liberal in a lot of my politics, like really liberal in a lot of, fairly liberal in a lot of my politics, but I'm sitting here saying all these things because it's a stupid argument.
Yep.
And it doesn't have anything to do with right or left. But what do I see? The left. The left did this. The left thinks that. No, they don't.
Mm-hmm.
A certain degree of idiots think that because they don't know what they're talking about.
But the problem is that they're the most vocal, and not only are they the most vocal, but they've cowed the vast majority of everyone else into just jiggling their head every time that they say something.
Now that sounds like a conspiracy, sir. Do you want a tinfoil hat now or later?
That's not a conspiracy. That's just
That's
fucking
only when we gather around the campfire to discuss the space used from the future.
statement of fact. That's exactly what's happened with the vast majority of the left. The vast majority of the left have been cowed by the absolute insane fucking minority.
I don't think that's true. Not even.
They sure as shit aren't piping up and arguing against the insanity.
They're doing something.
There's a handful of people. There's people like you, people like Adam and Sitch, because both of them say that they're on the left.
Whoa!
And-
You're talking proper Adam like me, or you're talking the faux Adam like whatever
I'm
his.
talking the Adam of Adam and Sitch.
Okay, the
Yeah.
faux Adam. Right.
But
Pseudo.
there's a number of people that do actually speak out, and the response that they get from people on the left is more often than not, oh, you're on the right. And it isn't just the insane people that's saying, oh, you're on the right. It's a large chunk of people are saying, oh, they're
Hold
on the right.
See, this is okay. I see it like there's a group of people. Because I saw it with. Did any of you see the Steven Crowder he did like a walkthrough talking to people about the Roe v. Wade, I think.
Yep, I
Thing.
saw that.
It kind of looked like you get a lot of people who are what I would equate to like mid-level RPG monsters, right? They're the moblins type of things.
Mhm.
They don't have a clear understanding of what the fuck they're fighting for, but they're fighting for it.
Mhm.
And so they'll say whatever, and they're adamant about it. And that's the thing. That's what you're dealing with. And whether or not you're going to be able to persuade them or change their mind, why waste your time? These people succumb to the ideology that they were just blanketed on.
All I'm
like
saying is that it's not productive to be playing team sports when it comes to politics, saying the left thinks this, the left thinks that. Just sit there and say, and call a spade a spade. When someone says these stupid things, I wish women had as many rights as guns. Just say you're a fucking idiot.
well,
It has
that's
nothing
what
to
I
do
mean.
with the left or right.
That's what I mean. It's when you talk to somebody and they present themselves as such, and they, hey, this is my argument. It's like once you realize what they're coming, what they're presenting you with, like you should be able to realize, like, yeah, they're not gonna understand anything outside of what they can already comprehend. Especially with in terms of that Steven Crowder bit, the last one where they were like, yeah, they just didn't understand the concept of, like where some might argue where the start of a life would be, where it would be okay.
But
You know,
even in the video that you're referencing, Adam, there were a lot of people that they started out saying, "Oh yeah, it's fucked up what the Republicans are doing," and then they were able to be walked through with, "Okay, so at
yes,
what point do you think
but
this should be allowed?"
but that also kind of coincides where it's like yeah, these a lot of these people just don't understand what in the fuck the argument even is. And
Yeah,
they're just
yeah.
coming in it as like, because and a lot of the beginning people were like, oh yeah, no, it's a woman's choice, it's a woman's body, it's whatever she does, blah blah blah. And it's like, okay. And then you come to, oh yeah, I have 3 kids with them. It's, dude, you had 3 kids. You had 3 kids with. It's not immaculate conception. This is like copulation. I don't understand like this disconnect between like these, but again, it's funny to see the fathers and the the parents that were like, oh yeah, okay, they got it. And then especially when they showed the images, like, where do you think they should have the cutoff? And they were like, oh yeah, that's a little bit too late. But then you go to the to the to the hippie looking people, and they're like, oh yeah, dude, whatever, it's whatever it's just
Aww.
it's odd to me,
And that's what I'm saying. That
You
you
want to say
have
hi? Huh?
a
You want to say hi?
certain group of the absolutely fucking insane people. And then you have a certain group that are the ideologically captured because they got used to the this is team sports. Oh, hey Jake. They got used to the this is team sports bullshit when it came to politics. And
Yep.
then you have the people that have been cowed. And they haven't fallen for the this is team sports, but they don't want to be yelled at. They don't want to
They
get
don't
in
be
trouble. And
ostracized.
they think that the rest of their side has gone a specific way.
And
So
well, yeah, and
they
that's
will
the thing.
either agree with what the other people say without actually believing what they're agreeing with, or they will just stay silent. And then you have a very small faction that will go, yeah, there are people that are completely fucking insane on our side.
Exactly. And even the people who are in the gray area, they may not even want to. They may not they may just do it just, okay, I just want to get through my day and, whatever.
Yep.
This is and this is why it reminds me of Tim Pool. I think it's like a couple months ago during the school stuff when he was like, how did we get here? This is how we got here, is because there's a large portion of people who are like, hey, I just want to get by.
Mhm.
And that's how we got by, and now here we are,
Yeah.
So
And that's where, like I said, it would be one thing if you had a large chunk of the left that were going, look, these people are fucking insane, they don't speak for us. It's another thing when
You're expecting a monolith, Sanguine, by saying
I'm
that.
not expecting a monolith.
I'm right here. I'm saying that. I can't speak for literally anyone else. I can only speak for myself.
I know. And I'm saying that there are the people that do that, and those people don't get associated with that side because I don't associate you with that side. I don't associate Adam and Sitch with that side. But those are the exception. Now, if you had a plurality of the left that was doing that, a plurality of the people on that side of things that were going, look,
what about all the Republicans that are not distancing themselves from someone who's saying that space Jews from the future are firing lasers down and starting fires?
Oh, a good chunk of them are.
Yeah,
a good chunk of them are.
I'm not hearing any. I'm not hearing you.
You didn't hear me laugh and say that's fucking ridiculous?
Well, Negate does. I mean, she's Marjorie Taylor Greene is getting her fair share of licks in the press.
And she's on the outside of the party. She's constantly getting.
It's not something that's
completely laughed off by the rest of the party, with them going, "Yeah, she's fucking insane." Okay, let's actually talk about what's really going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking more at like Jim Jordan and Rand Paul and stuff. They're actually going after stuff that's a little more important. I mean, I'm not going to totally dismiss Major Turley Green. She said goofy shit, but
Inquisitor, to give you a point when it comes to that, that's exactly what was happening to the Republican Party of the 90s, when you had the moral majority and the religious conservatives that were taking over the party, and you had a bunch of Republicans that weren't going, okay, the degree that you're insisting everyone needs to be religious is fucking ridiculous. The fact that you're insisting people need to be religious is fucking ridiculous. And we're just going along to get along. Yeah, that's exactly why there were a bunch of people that went away from the Republican parties in the 90s.
That didn't go away, my man. What about that guy that was trying to berate someone for having a Lego hobby and trying to get Lauren Chen to agree with him?
They got forced away from the center, which is why they're now trying to get people to agree with them. And a lot of people are going, "You're full of shit. What the fuck are you talking about?"
There was much more likes on that guy's post than dislikes.
How many people actually saw the post?
A lot, because Lauren Chen
I sure
retweeted it.
shit didn't see it.
Quote tweeted it. She quote tweeted it, but yeah.
Yeah, was she in support
I was
or
the one.
she against?
I actually got a Twitter timeout because I was told the guy to kill himself.
Holy shit!
But yeah, there's when people...
And I mean it completely unironically, by the way. If that guy is hearing right now, please end your life.
When there's people that fail to do that, if it was the majority of the Republican Party was, or the majority of the right, not just the Republican Party, but everyone on the right was going, yeah, absolutely, or was not going, that's fucking ridiculous, or at least a plurality wasn't, then yeah, it would be right to go, yeah, the Republicans are being fucking ridiculous with this. But there's a lot of people on the right that are not moral majority sort. I'm not moral majority sort. Fuck, I'm a goddamn atheist. I don't want the religious shit being pushed. And that's where the problem comes in. It's the Democrats keep on saying the right or the Republicans are Nazis. And the Republicans keep on going, we aren't fucking Nazis. We hate those sons of bitches. That's what makes it ridiculous for them to continue saying, well, the right are Nazis. Whereas you have elements, I will admit they're elements, not the entire party, but you have the party failing to denounce those elements when it comes to the left. The Democrats have failed in large part to denounce the SJW sort. Do you disagree? Do you think that the Democrats have been denouncing the SJW sorts?
I think that liberals and individuals have been doing that the whole time.
And they get designated as something different by the rest of their own party and by everyone else. Because, like I said, the people that have been denouncing that keep on getting told that they're on the right by the Democrats. And the people on the right are going, well, you aren't really on the right, but yeah, we'll work with you. I mean, shit. Destiny's currently being told that he's far right. By
Everyone's far right.
yeah, that's the thing. See, even you're agreeing when it comes to that they're saying everyone's far right. And when you have a sizable, I would argue, a plurality of the other party agreeing with the everyone's far right, to say that, yeah, the left's going completely insane is accurate.
No, it's not. Because there's plenty of people that aren't.
Except
even
all
you sitting
those
there
people by the
fuck it then.
are-
I guess I'm insane. Wee!
all the people
I'm
by
insane.
the left
I'm
are
insane.
saying,
I'm no, Sanguine. You made it clear. I'm insane. There we go. That's what it is. I'm done. I'm done with this conversation, dude. You're sitting there talking in circles and not going anywhere, so I'm done.
So do any of you guys have anything to say? Or did everyone fuck off?
I'm not sure where the
What are you doing?
the break off happened, but
Nor am I.
shit.
What are you doing?
I think it's kind of interesting that we went this kind of pathway of discussions for the show.
It's normal Friday. We go wherever the conversation takes us.
Yeah. Wasn't expecting this, but
Yep.
damn.
Like I said, go wherever the conversation takes us. But sounds like everyone's pretty much wound down, and parting words seems the thing to do.
It is rather late, I think, for everybody.
Yep. So, who wants to go first on parting words?
I guess I'll volunteer myself. It's been a
Okay.
pleasure as always. You all enjoy your weekend. Do not create or destroy a life. And I'll see you tater tots later.
Copy that. Inquisitor, do you want to go next? Jake?
Oh, the little doggy waved by.
Mm-hmm. So I'll move to Adam unless Inquisitor does have something he wants to say with that. But otherwise, Adam?
Well, it's always a blast hanging out with you guys on Friday. always look forward to it. And hey, Gab, it's fun chatting with you.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's more instances of that. But hey, for the chat and the panel, I love you all, and God bless.
Yep. And I'll leave off with my standard of if you're passionate about something, make sure that you devour it. Don't let it devour you. And with that, have a good night, all. The zoo is closed.
Bye bye.
This is when you say goodbye, Adam.
Good night. Oh, goodbye. Good night. Wait, goodbye.